Hello everyone, how are you all? I think you all are fine. So this is the third video of our lecture series which is based on body movement, how organism able to move from one place to another place, what makes them moving their hand or legs or head, that will be learned in this lecture series. So in the first class we have learned about different type of joints that are present in our body. In the second class we have learned about what are the bones that are present inside our body, what is the function of skeleton, why it is present. If skeleton is not present in our body, what will happen to us? That things will be learned in the second class. Now come to the third topic of this video series. The heading of that should be muscle or muscle contraction. So in our body, three type of things are present beside the blood or the fluid components. That are number one, bones, which we have learned in the first class. Second one is the muscles, which we are going to learn today. And third one is cartilage. What is cartilage? There are some part in the body which is harder than muscle but softer than bones. They are generally softer than bones but harder than muscles. These things are known as cartilage. You can see it in your ear pinna here. Here it is the cartilage. Here in the upper part of the nose, that is the cartilage. It is slightly harder than muscles but softer than the bones. These are the cartilages that are present in our body. Cartilage is mostly present in the upper part of the bones or in some particular region like ear pinna, nose, etc. The cartilage is present. So here with the help of this picture or diagram we learn how muscle contraction occurs. So before learning muscle contraction we have to remember one thing, that muscle always work in the form of pairs. Always two pair of muscles are there which will rotate the movement of bones or which will regulate the movement of bones. Here also in our this region two muscles are there. One is bicep muscle, the upper part, and another is your tricep muscle, the muscles which is present below the humerus bone. Okay, so these two muscles pair will regulate the movement of humerus bone, whether it is upward or downward. You can see in this picture, this is a bones where the hand is in the relaxed form, it is not contracted, and this is the picture when the hand is in the contracted form. What is the difference in between them? When the bone is relaxed, this muscle is longer in the length, it is not contracted. This thickness of this muscle is smaller as compared to this one, and this is not steeper, this is softer. Here you can see that this is not thicker, this is larger lengthwise, and this is not steeper, but this muscle is thicker. This muscle is thicker, this is shorter in length and steeper. This muscle, tricep muscle. So the bones will move in that direction. Here the bones will move in that direction during the relaxation, but when it is contracted, here when it is contracted, you can see that these muscles become thicker as compared to the previous state. Its size is also, its length is also shorter, and this is steeper, harder as compared to previous one. But opposite to that, the tricep muscle is flexible, this is longer in the length. You can see the length of this tricep muscle and this tricep muscles longer in the length. This is loosened, not thicker, is smaller in size, and this is not steeper. So this allows the movement of the bones in this direction, so the bones will move upward. So this is the movement of the muscle contraction. This is the movement of bones and how it is controlled by a pair of muscles. Whenever a muscle contract, bone will move in that direction, and when the muscle relax, the bone will move in opposite to that direction. This will be the main function of the muscle contraction, and by the help of muscle contraction, bones are able to move. So in the higher class, you will learn how this contraction occurs. Here we are only learning that muscle is contract, muscle is relaxed. But what is the actual mechanism behind this contraction will be learned by you in the higher class. There are certain filaments in the muscles, that is your actin filament, myosin filaments, and there are certain sites which will allow the muscles to utilize the energy. If energy is less as compared to the work which is done by the muscle, then fermentation occurs. Lactic acid fermentation will occur, and which will lead to the muscle cramp. Acid will be gathered at that place. So it will create sensation inside that muscles, and so it will create painful sensation inside the muscles. So now the question is that what will happen if bones is not present? If a body or organism doesn't have bones, that means it cannot move from one place to another place. If it is moving, how it is moving, that will be learned in the next video. But we are the human, we know that we have bones and muscles so that we can move from one place to another place. But what about the animals which doesn't have any such structure like bones, only muscles are there? Is they are not able to move from one place to another place? If they are able to move, how they are moving from one place to another place, that will be learned in the next video. Thank you everyone for watching this. Have a nice day. Now come to the main topic, that is the muscle contraction. What makes the muscle to contract, how it relax, and what are the mechanism behind it? What is the reason of muscle contraction? Why it is contracted or relaxed? That will be learned today. Okay, so we all know that muscle will contract or relax. But what is muscle contraction? The proper definition of muscle contraction is the process by which muscles become thicker, shorter in length, and steeper as compared to its previous state. That is called muscle contraction. So we can write in your notebook that muscle contraction is a process in which muscles become thicker, shorter in length, and steeper. It's called muscle contraction. So this is the definition of muscle contraction. Here we learn the muscle contraction process by this picture. Here it is the bicep and tricep muscles and how it functions. Always remember one thing, muscle work in the pairs. Always there are two muscles which will help in the movement of the bones. With the help of muscles, bones can move from one place to another place.